Alright, we have a new WWE Champion. Friends become foe, others reunite. We're also going to take a look at the new NXT 2.0. Alright, so stay right there to move. Welcome to the Wrestling Replay. It's Kato here with the WWE Monday Night Raw and NXT 2.0 replay. Now, I normally do not talk about NXT. I know. I don't want to oversaturate my channel with too much WWE content. I feel like even I will probably get bored about talking about WWE 3, 4, 5 times a week if I added NXT into it. You know what I'm saying? We have Let's Talk About It. We have SmackDown. We have Raw. So I feel like that'd be a little bit too much. But with this being the first show of NXT 2.0, a new landscape, a new rollout, I did want to talk about what was going on over there. And we did actually see some great talent. To me, it was some great talent. So I can't wait to get into that. But let's jump into Monday Night Raw first. Now, to kick it off, that's how I'm going to do it. We're going to run through this card real quick because honestly, this was the best episode of Monday Night Raw for this year. But that doesn't mean this was an awesome episode of Monday Night Raw. Like, it's been getting gradually better week by week. This week being pretty much capping it off as one of the best episodes of the year. But they still have a long way to go. But I think they're heading into the right direction or where they need to be going anyway. Alright, so we had AJ Styles, Omar's team up with T-Bar and Mace to take on Mustafa Ali, Mansoor in the New Day. Now, AJ Styles and his crew managed to go pick up the victory, as they should. We also got to see Drew McIntyre team up with the Viking Raiders to take on Jinder Mahal, Veer, and Shanky. Drew McIntyre and his team got that win, as they should. Now, I ran over those two matches really quick. Didn't even care to talk about it much because this is a situation where I feel like WWE is just trying to keep their big stars, their big name brands on TV. Jinder Mahal, Veer, and Shanky, they could have been something special. But you let Drew McIntyre go ahead and bury this whole crew by himself. Why would I care to see a 3-on-3 when these guys can't even handle Drew McIntyre by himself alone? So this match to me was kind of like something they just threw out there just to keep Drew McIntyre face out there. I'm done with that storyline. Let's go ahead and wrap it up. Find something else for Drew McIntyre to do. I would love to see him and Damian Priest go at it. Even if it's not for the United States title, somehow throw Drew McIntyre name in there. Even if he's going to feud with Sheamus to see who's going to be the next #1 contender. Even though Sheamus ain't going to get the job done when it's time for him to meet Damian Priest again. Speaking of Damian Priest, he went ahead and defeated Jeff Hardy in a 1-on-1 matchups. Now, for me, that's a very significant win for a guy like Damian Priest. I've been on record saying that somebody like Jeff Hardy, he's a gatekeeper, man. You beat someone like Jeff Hardy, it kind of puts your name on the map to go ahead and do other things, to kind of open up a little bit more different avenues you can travel down. Now, with Damian Priest already being a United States champion, I feel like all it does for him is continue to allow him to gain momentum. So when he does get matched up with that Drew McIntyre, if he's able to get that job done, it's going to look a lot more believable. Excuse me. Now, we also got to see what I was really interested in is Doudrop and Eva Marie finally. Now, I'm interested for the fact that I think Doudrop, to be 100, man, she should go ahead and be up there with those women champions. I'm going to say it. That girl's talented, bro. She can do it all. She can talk. She looks comfortable behind the mic. She looks comfortable inside the ring. It's a fresh new talent, a fresh new skill set, a fresh new batch of moves. So, hey, why wait? Rhea Ripley is already locked into the tag team with Nikki Ash. To me and Natalya, they're already locked into a tag team. It looked like we're going to get a little feud between Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax. Charlotte and Alexa appears to be, having an issue. Well, not an issue. Appears to be the next challenger for that women's title. So when that's all said and done, it'll be great to see somebody like Doudrop to go ahead, jump up there, and somehow get herself an opportunity to go against Charlotte Flair. I think that would be a pretty cool matchup if they did make it happen. Now, speaking of those women's tag team champions, right? Tamina managed to lose to Nikki Ash, bro. That's a bad loss for Tamina. I ain't gonna even lie. I know Tamina, lately is more of a tag team wrestler, but Nikki Ash is somebody that she should have been putting away, especially for the fact that this tag team is gonna have to see these girls down the line, man. So they need to build up some momentum. Natalya ended up losing to Rhea Ripley in a one-on-one matchup, which shortly followed the Tamina loss. So it's like, bro, we might be looking at some new women champions, man. I don't want to see the titles to leave the waist of Tamina and Natalya, not just yet. And I really don't want to see it on Nikki Ash and Rhea Ripley, because to me, honestly, they haven't even really gelled well as a tag team yet. They don't even look really believable as a tag team, but we've seen tag teams in the past do this, and they went over great with the fans, like the Rock and Sock Connection, the Shawn Michaels and Steve Austin. So it could work. It could work. I'm not really interested in it. I ain't gonna even lie to you none. We also seen Shayna Baszler lose to Charlotte Flair. She had an opportunity to go against Charlotte one-on-one, which will possibly lead, to Shayna Baszler carrying that Raw Women's Championship. But Nia Jax kind of repaid Shayna Baszler the favor from last week. Nia went ahead, interfered in the match, just a tinksy bitch. She ain't touched nobody. She just got on the apron, and that was enough to distract Shayna Baszler to allow Charlotte to hit that big boot to put Shayna away for the 1, 2, 3. Now, let's get on to what everybody want to talk about. I don't got my booty old shirt on for no reason. You know what I'm saying? So, we seen a great one-on-one matchup between Bobby Lashley and Randy Orton, right? It was for the it was for the WWE Championship, where Bobby retained his championship. He went on to beat Randy Orton. Now, I'm a little bit blown, right? Because Randy Orton is that type of guy, especially in the last 2-3 years, that has been killing every feud that he's been in. Everyone that he's went against, he elevated that person. He elevated the Edge when he came back. Now look at Edge. Edge is believable to be a world champion. He elevated Drew McIntyre. Look at Drew McIntyre. He had the run of his life. Now, somebody like Bobby Lashley, he needs that accolade under his belt. He needed that clean victory under his belt, and he got that. Only problem was, shortly after the match, he started to dominate Matt Riddle. He started to dominate Randy Orton, ended up hurting his knee in the process. Big E comes down, he cash in. He said it on Twitter, I'm cashing in. He told you Friday, yo, I'm going to be on Monday Night Raw. He said it all night backstage. He came out, he kicked off the show saying, yo, I don't care which one of y'all win, I'm cashing in. He cashed in, and now we have a new WWE champion. This is Big E's time, his moment. He was greeted by his New Day brethren in the ring to help him celebrate. But yo, what's next for Big E? Bobby ain't taking that land down. I like what's happening with the feud with Bobby and Randy Orton. But yo, Bobby gotta go get that title back. Now, if we get to Extreme Rules or the next pay-per-view, whatever, however they want to do it, and we get Bobby Lashley versus the Big E inside man, you don't even need that yet. Let's go and do a one-on-one matchup with the two. Straight up, everybody fresh. Now, that would be a good matchup between Big E and Bobby, for the fact that, yo, if Bobby can retain his title, or get his title back, I should say, it makes him look good. He got a win over Randy Orton clean, and he got his title back with no problem. If Big E win, it makes Big E looks great. I beat you when you was down, and I beat you when you was fresh, and I'm ready to go move on for a new contender. But the only problem for me, that opens up the door for Drew McIntyre. I'm tired of seeing Drew McIntyre right now in that number 1 spot. I know they've been stalling him for weeks. They've been giving him Jinder Mahal week after week, or Veer or Shanky, or a combination of both, or 3, whatever. I hope that's not them trying to just slow roll it so we could get to Big E and Drew McIntyre. And if it does get to Big E and Drew McIntyre, I'm ready for a New Day heel turn. I'm sorry, I'm ready for it. Big E just got this strap, right? If he retains and defeats Bobby Lashley when that rematch happens, because it's going to happen, and Drew McIntyre somehow come and get named the number 1 contender after that, Yo, New Day, jump him. I don't care, yo. Jump him. All y'all bank him. Bank Drew McIntyre before the match, during the match, after the match, heel turn time. I think it's going to be great. It's going to get some crazy pop. And hell, you still get your hero. He didn't have to go down clean. But I think Big E need a nice long run. And don't try to screw my man over like y'all did with Kofi. You know what I'm saying? But we're going to see, because we also got that draft coming up. It's right around the corner. So we don't know, who's going to be jumping brands. Eventually, I think they really want to get to Drew McIntyre and Roman Reigns anyway. So I wouldn't be surprised to see Drew McIntyre jump brands to that SmackDown brand. And maybe the Intercontinental title and the US title switch back and forth. You know how they like to do that thing. But we're going to see. Reason why I think we definitely going to get a rematch is because they made Bobby look strong. But Bobby hurt himself and his knee was injured during the matchup. Well, after the match, before the actual next championship match started, he had a reason to lose that match. You know what I'm saying? His knee was hurt. He wasn't 100%. He has an argument now. But, hey, you know how it go. When you got that money in that big briefcase, all bets are off, bro. All bets are off. Now, let's go ahead and jump over to NXT 2.0. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I ain't gonna lie. It wasn't the greatest. It wasn't the greatest show, right? But it was really good. I got a fatal 4-way match. That match was fire. I got to see 2 new talents that I kind of really liked. So for me, I'm like, okay, cool. This is something fresh. It feels brand new. The arena is bright. They went away from that dark arena, which I love because it reminds me of that indie feel, and I liked it like that. And I feel like when you walk into like the NXT and it's dark and it's a little black and gold brand, I feel like you're walking into a pit. I feel like it's 2 warriors that's going to meet inside the ring. With this, it felt more like a show geared to like brand new life. Like that's how it felt. It popped. It was vibrant. I seen the crowd. I seen the whole crowd. Like it was pretty cool. It was new. I'm going to be watching to actually see what happens and how it really turns out. But let's go ahead and talk about the talent that I did like, the stuff I didn't like, and the new NXT champion since Samoa Joe had to go ahead and drop that belt. I know what y'all trying to do, man. Don't y'all fire Samoa Joe again. That's my dog. But we had a match between LA Knight and Bron Breakker. Yo, flat out, I wouldn't be surprised to see LA Knight go to Monday Night Raw SmackDown sometime soon. Just popping up on the show and then being locked into a roster over there. Bron Breakker. I'm going to have to just call you Bron. I would hate to do that because it's trolling, but I just got to call you Bron. Yo, when I seen guys come out in singlets, that's the type of action I want to see. Hard-hitting action. I want to see great suplexes. I feel like you need to go back and watch some of Taz and, put about 5 or 6 more suplexes in your arsenal, bro. That will really set your moveset off. But he looked great. He looked great, man. Like, I liked everything about him. His intensity. He didn't seem to even break a sweat. He didn't look tired. Dog, I like him. Like, I can't even finish explaining everything. His movesets was good, but I think it could be better. His talking on his mic skills was good, but there's still room for improvement. But the overall package for this being the first time I ever seen this guy, yo, he like put his name on the map. He definitely did that. Next we got to see a tag team match with some newcomers, Josh Briggs and Brooks Jensen going against Imperium. Now these 2 guys didn't get it done, but they have potential, and I'm gonna tell you why. There's a gimmick that I haven't seen in wrestling on one of these main rosters, on one of the big shows in a long time, and that's like a decent cowboy gimmick. I ain't talking about like no smoking guns. I'm talking about like the Barry Windham, the Dustin Rhodes, the natural Dustin Rhodes, the Bradshaw, the Blackjacks, those type of cowboys, the Murdochs. I feel like these 2 guys can pull off that persona very well. Now, they don't even appear to be a tag team. I didn't get a tag team feel from these guys. I feel like these was 2 guys that they threw together and was like, yo, y'all got a tag team match tonight or tomorrow, go figure that out. You're going against Imperium. They'll walk you through everything, right? Imperium got the win, rightfully so, because that's one of the stronger tag teams on NXT. But these guys, they got some promise. These young dudes got some promise. They definitely need to work on a better gimmick. It felt like I was watching like two guys fresh out of training camp, and they threw them inside a matchup. So for those two, the match wasn't too good. Imperium did kind of what they were supposed to do. But these guys, even when they had their moments to shine, it wasn't nothing really too memorable to be like, okay, these guys really stuck out to me. But I think they can nail that gimmick if they, come out with some Texas guys or, just some Southern cats with that cowboy gimmick. I think they'll really kill that role. That blue collar type role, hard-working Southern men. I think they could kill that. After that, we got to see B-Fab from the Hit Row finally in her first match, going against Katrina Cortez. This has been a woman I've been waiting to see. Like, we've always seen her hanging around Hit Row. We've seen her interfere in a few matches, interfere in a few scuffles here and there. But this is her first time in ring action, and I gotta say, she disappointed. I was like, man, what's going on? I don't know if it was first match jitters. It could have been, but it honestly looked like two novice wrestlers trying to figure it out with each other in the ring, and it got to the point it was like, yo, let's just go ahead and wrap it up. I think it's been about 4 or 5 minutes. Let's go ahead and like kill this. So she did not impress. I don't know what was going on, but hopefully her next outing is much better than this. If not, yo, let's go ahead and just keep it to maybe a tag team match or the 4-on-4. We've seen that they still got some smoke. So if we get the 4-on-4 tag team matchup, you'll at least be able to hide her a little bit. It could be more of a brawl type situation, so you don't have to actually see her trying to put together her moves and trying to develop an offensive sequence for like 2 or 3 minutes, because she kind of didn't know what she wanted to do. It was pretty much like a lot of kicks and taunting, which wasn't that entertaining, to be honest. But I didn't even like her finishing move, bro. She uses a reverse neck breaker, which, is a pretty good move. But I felt like if you're going to use a move like that, a traditional move like a reverse neck breaker, which people use a lot in matches, you have to add some type of flair. You got to add some type of twist to it so that it looks more impactful than just a regular neck break. You know what I'm saying? So she got a lot of room for improvement. We'll have to just see where it goes. On a brighter note, we got to see my man Carmelo Hayes. He introduces Trick Williams. Now, I'm going to tell you this off the rip. I love the look of Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams together. They look legit. Like, before you even see these guys in the ring, I don't even know what Trick could do. He could be garbage. But they look the part. Their problem being, I don't know if these two met each other prior to that day. When they tried to do their promo in the ring, they weren't bouncing off of each other. You know what I'm saying? It's like he would look at him like, yo, you done talking? Like, can I go next? Or you still going? And then, Trick be like, nah, yo, oh yeah, let me add this at the end. This gonna be my catch line, like my catchphrase, whatever. Like, yo, what are y'all doing? Like, it was bad. It was bad. I ain't gonna lie. It was a horrible promo, but I feel like these two guys can both talk. So if these two guys start to kind of get together and gel, I think the promos are going to start coming like this. They're going to be bouncing off of each other. They're going to be picking up each other's lines. They're going to know when you're ready to stop, what I'm going to say here. And then that's going to be the moneymaker. Now, after that, all you got to do is be able to wrestle. Carmelo Hayes can wrestle his ass off. So I haven't seen Trick Williams. I haven't even looked for him on any indie circus or anything like that to see what type of work he's done yet. I want it to be fresh. I want to come in there with fresh eyes. I don't want to know what you did on the indie scene, because if your style changed a little bit, I'm going to be disappointed. Like, if it changed to the point, like downgrade, you got to turn it down a little bit, I'm going to be disappointed. So I'm going to wait until you guys have your first matchup, which you probably will have next week, and I'm going to watch what you do. But y'all look good. Y'all look great together, all right? Promos, Gotta work on it a little bit, but that shouldn't be nothing. I heard the way you guys talk separately, so I think we bring it together. That shouldn't be no problem. In the ring, Trick, you just gotta nail it, bro. After that, we had a women's tag team matchup between Casey and Kaden going against Darlin and Jane. Man, it was a pretty decent matchup starting out, right? But it ended in a disqualification when it looked like Casey and Kaden was ready to put the match away. Anyway, Mandy Rose came out and she debuted her new look. No more blonde, Mandy. You got brown hair, Mandy. It's okay. It's okay. I didn't mind the hair. I think the makeup kind of threw me off a little bit. The red lips. I don't know. Something threw me off. The hair is cool though. I like her new look. It definitely blends in with this trio. This trio seem to all be on the same page now. So I like what's going on there. I like the new attitude of Mandy Rose. I like her in this heel role. I like her being the leader of a faction, and I think this could possibly lead to Mandy Rose either having a great run in NXT or possibly bringing this faction up to like SmackDown or Monday Night Raw at some point. Now with Nxt 2.0 being back to the, training type thing, yeah, now the come up phrase is back. So before I treated NXT just like SmackDown or Raw. Now y'all want to go back to developmental, so I'm going to treat you like that. Now after that matchup, Sarah came down to help make the save on Casey and Kaden, which triggered a triple threat match. That match, Mandy Rose and her crew did manage to pick up the win. So the trio has been undefeated so far. This new look, Mandy Rose, I guess technically has been undefeated so far. And we're going to see what's going to happen with Mandy Rose. I don't know if it's going to be a title contention yet at any point. It's a lot of women on NXT now. It's a lot of women. But one thing I do like is NXT Women Tag Team Wrestling. They are a lot better than what's going on Monday Night Raw and SmackDown. These seem to have a lot more legit teams, you know what I'm saying? So I like what's going on there on that part as far as the women. But that NXT brand has a lot of women, and most of them can go. I can't even lie to you. Most of them can go. Now after that, we got to see Ridge Holland. I love that dude, bro. I like everything about him. His style, his intensity, his brutalness, his ruthlessness. That's the type of person I like to see, and it fits his persona. He kills that role. He went against Drake Maverick. It was pretty much an old school squash match. He went out there, dominated the smaller guy like he was supposed to, did what he had to do. I love it. I'm waiting for that guy to move up to a Monday Night Raw. I think him and teaming up with somebody like Sheamus can be crazy. Him teaming up with like a heel Drew McIntyre, that could be crazy. Hell, him even by himself on the main roster, going against guys like Big E, going against guys like Damian Priest, going against guys like Keith Lee, the Randy Ortons. Yo, I think it would be absolutely amazing. Now, speaking of squash matches, right? We got to see the Creed brothers, Brutus and Julius, pretty much put their talents on display against some locals. I mean, this was an old school squash match where the guys they was going against didn't have an entrance. You'll be lucky if they even set your names. Only thing that was on display was how good and how talented Brutus and Julius was. They have similar skill sets, but Brutus is more on the suplex side. Different variations of suplexes, man. I like what he was showing and displaying. Julius, he was more just forceful. Everything he did was hard. Clotheslines 110%, kicks 110%. Like everything he did was just hard strikes, just more impactful type moves. Where Brutus, he looked a little bit more polished. He looked a little bit more polished, and I like that. He reminded me of a traditional Roman wrestler. I like that. Now, Malcolm Bivens, yo, he got something going on with this Diamond Mine, man. They got to introduce Ivy. She looks like she was carved out of stone, bro. Like, this women's division just got even deeper. I don't know if she can put it all together. I don't know if she can wrestle, but I know she looks like $1 million. If she can wrestle, yo, this NXT brand, this NXT 2.0, it's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be possibly better than the old NXT. And I hate to say it, but I'm just looking at the talent that they got. They still have a lot of the old guys that was, originally there, which is awesome. But they managed to pick it up with a lot of this newer talent. These are some big dudes that really looks polished. And I don't understand where they was at prior to NXT, or why they waited to 2.0 to introduce these guys to the world. But they're here now. They look great. With the Diamond Mine being out there, we also got to see Kushida. He came out and he issued the challenge to Roger Strong. Michael Bivens accepted. It will be the Cruiserweight Championship on the line next week. So we already got something to look forward to. That match should be, a really good matchup between the two. Now on to the main event, right? We got to see LA Knight in action again, going against Tommaso Ciampa, Pete Dunne, and newcomer Von Wagner. Dog. Von. He can go. That's the last piece of the puzzle, which I liked about NXT. I like the Creed brothers. I like Braun. And I like Von. I like the look of Trick Williams, but I didn't see him in action. So he got a little bit more to do. But so far, it's a lot of talent that I like. I like the look of Ivy as well, but I didn't get to see her in action either, so I can't say too much yet. Von looks like he fit right in at NXT. He looked like he's ready. They threw him in there with some dogs, like some guys that's really going to go. This match was a great matchup. Fatal 4-way for a new NXT World Champion. Tommaso Ciampa managed to come out World Champion. They put the title on the right guy. I would love to see Tommaso Ciampa, Pete Dunne go one-on-one at it for the NXT Championship. But as it was going off air and everybody was giving congratulations, Tommaso Ciampa was met in the back by who? Bron Breakker. Yo, if Breakker wins this NXT Championship this early in his career, I'm trying to tell you, hopefully that means that Tommaso is ready to go to Raw or SmackDown. He needs to go to Monday Night Raw. Monday Night Raw needs more entertainment, more, for it being a 3-hour show, you need more entertainment and you need more guys that can wrestle and keep you entertained just by wrestling ability. And Tommaso Ciampa would fit in there. It would be interesting to see a dynamic between Tommaso and Randy Orton. But the Fatal 4-Way match, really good match. Von, really impressed by him. Bron Breakker, really impressed by him. He looks to be putting Tommaso Ciampa on notice, like, yo, I'm peeping your belt. I kind of want that. Let me know what's really, really good. Now, that was everything that happened on Monday Night Raw and NXT 2.0. I will not be doing NXT 2.0 next week. It will just be Monday Night Raw. We still got AEW Dynamite coming up, and SmackDown coming up, and Rampage coming up. So, I'll have videos for that. But, let me know what you guys think about Big E being the WWE Champion. I've seen a lot of good things so far. I've seen everyone kind of giving them praises. But let me know what you guys think of my DM, comment, or whatever post you want to write under. Go ahead, because I got a lot of Big E posts, and I already got some conversations started already. So, add your 2 cents into that. Also, NXT 2.0. If you already watched it, right, you see what's going on there. The talent that's there. Who is your favorite newcomer in NXT 2.0? Do you even like NXT 2.0? Do you like the new look? Did it rub you the wrong way? Is it kind of fresh? Is it new? Like, okay, cool. It's working for a little bit. Let me know, man. Same thing. Comments, DM, inbox, whatever you want to do works for me. If you haven't already, go ahead and smash that like, subscribe, and turn your notifications so anytime we drop a video, you'll be the first ones to see it. All right. Make sure you're following us on @TheWrestlingReplay for any giveaways you're having. Make sure you're checking out all the posts. That's where we drop a lot of the latest news and rumors and stuff that's going on around the wrestling world. Alright, I'm Kato. This is the new look. I'm trying this new angle to see if you guys like it. You liked it last week where it was mainly just me and my logo at the bottom. So I'm going to try that again. Hopefully we get a good response again. And we got a new angle going on. Okay, and a new camera too. Like my new camera. Kind of working. Good. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. I'm out of here. I'll see you guys for AEW Dynamite and Rampage Friday and on SmackDown. Alright? Peace.